Video, I'm going to show you how to download your photos in what might not be the best way, but I know this sometimes happens. So, say you're on your mobile browser, not the app. I highly recommend downloading all of your media through our app as it's so much easier and friendlier. But let's say you're on your phone, you need to get the photos in a pinch and get them uploaded to the MLS or shared to your marketing person. So, you've logged into your account. You hit download photos to bring up the download page. You can also access the download link and page from your delivery email, of course. And so we are here. So let's say you want to download all the photos. We'll download those here. So it's going to build a zip folder. It's going to get all those ready to rock. And then it is going to ask you to save. So seems simple enough. We'll save that there. And it might give you the option. Do you want to save to your Files app on your phone, Google Drive app, maybe the Dropbox app? Going to the Google Drive app will probably give you the easiest path to get these ready for you to upload. But let's say you go through Files, as that's what seems intuitive and usually the only option. So we'll save there. We can see downloads complete. Open in seems like the logical next step. And then that brings up this dialog box. And so now it's like, okay, what do we do? So again, we could save these to Dropbox. Google Drive was an option earlier. Now Dropbox is an option. Saving to Dropbox is probably a good place for you to put your photos. But again, let's say we're doing this the hard way just because it seems like the most intuitive. We can save these to files. Again, that's what seems to make sense. We'll click save here in a second, but depending on the last time you accessed your Files app, you might be on save to iPhone, you might be on one of these apps, you might be in downloads, you might be in iCloud. I recommend making iCloud the place that you're going to save these to. You can see the file name below of the zip folder. So we'll save. Let's replace, just because I just did this as a test. Okay, so now the download is complete, but we're still on your download page. So again, it seems intuitive to click open in. And then okay. Back to this page. What do we do now? Let's click open in downloads this time. See where that takes us. Okay, so now we are on our Files app. You can tell this looks similar. And then, naturally we would scroll down and be like, okay, where are my files? Okay, here they are. They're here at the bottom. So that is good news. It's not always that easy. Sometimes you have to go out, go to browse. If we were in iCloud, like we were, do we see them? No, we don't. So sometimes they get lost like that. It happens to me all the time if I go this route, which is why I don't recommend it. So let's go to the downloads folder. Do we see that zip folder called 5912 Cherry there? Nope, sure enough we don't. That seems like a logical place though that they would be, so why aren't they there? Let's go back out. Let's go to on my iPhone, Chrome. So because that's the web browser I'm on my phone. And then thankfully we can find them there. Another trick to do is if you're out on the very top layer, so maybe here, we try 5912. Sure enough, here is that folder that we downloaded. So that's another way to do it. So let's, again, kind of go the hard route just so we know what to do for next time. We found these in Chrome here at the bottom as a zip folder. So let's double click the zip. That opens it up, makes it not a zip folder, aka unzips it. I know a lot of people have some issues or questions about that. So that opens with floor plans, this extra stuff, and then inside the address named folder is all of our photos. Great. So if you're on an iPad or an iPhone and the MLS upload portion is asking you where you want to find these photos and upload from, you can direct it to here in your files folder. Let's say we want to do this a bit differently. Let's say we want to get them on our Photos app on our phone. That way we can upload those to Instagram. We can text them to somebody. We could airdrop them, we could do whatever we want. So we'll click this icon in the bottom left, and then again, we get this big dialog box. So again, you can airdrop it, you can message it, you can email it, you can copy it. You could paste it in a text thread. But what I recommend doing, you don't want to save the files again, but what you want to do is click Save Image here. So we'll do that. And then what that does is saves it in our Photos app. So if I go here, I will see that photo here just recently added to my library. Also note that the Photos app is always sorted by most recent. And so seemingly logical that anything you just downloaded would go to the top of your Photos app. However, it is based off of when the photo was taken most of the time. So say this was a shoot that was taken a week ago. You might have to scroll up on your photos a whole week in order to find that photo that you just saved to your camera roll. So just be aware of that. If it doesn't show up right at the top, scroll up a little bit to check that. Another quick hack you could do to find recently saved files is under recent days, click this, and then we can see that here, that photo we had just saved. And then another place you could go to is recently saved under pinned collections, and again, we see it there. So that is kind of the hard way to download photos using the mobile web browser instead of our app. So again, highly recommend the app. And then if you're uploading to the MLS from your phone or your iPad, I would recommend doing it from a computer as it's that much simpler. But say you are in a crunch and only on one of your devices, then you can do it this way. And that is how you find them after they seemingly get downloaded into the ether. I know I've had to talk clients through this process a handful of times, so I wanted to make a video on it to make it that much simpler to figure out. And if you have any questions after watching this, please feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to help further. Thanks.